The Arctic, a name that brings to mind a world frozen in time. A place so far north, the sun barely rises in winter, and the wind howls like a living thing. It is the coldest place on Earth, a land where temperatures drop below -50, and ice stretches to the ends of the horizon. No forests, no shelter, no mercy. Here, survival is not a right, it's a fight. Every single day, every animal that lives here is born a warrior. To breathe is to battle. To move is to gamble with death. There is no space for weakness. No room for mistakes. No second chances. The cold doesn't just sting, it kills. Hunger isn't a feeling here, it's a sentence. Even predators can become prey in a single heartbeat. The wind cuts like a blade through broken ice. Above, the northern lights flicker. Below, nature's toughest survivors keep going, one step at a time. This is the frozen arena of Earth's coldest warriors. Polar bears, Arctic foxes, snowy owls, seals, whales, and more. Each one locked in a daily struggle, not just against the cold, but against each other, a fight that never ends. But now, even the strongest are under threat. A new enemy has arrived. Deadly, relentless, climate change. The ice is melting faster than ever. The winters are getting shorter. Food is running out, and the old rules no longer apply. For thousands of years, this land has tested life to the limit. But today, the Arctic is entering its most dangerous chapter yet. Welcome to the Arctic, where every breath is a victory, and staying alive is nothing short of a miracle. In the far reaches of the Arctic, snow blankets the land year-round. The sun appears for only a few months, before plunging everything into a near-endless night. Here, summer is an extended day, and winter is a never-ending twilight. Yet whether day or night, the cold remains constant, relentless, piercing, and unforgiving. In this realm, where life seems nearly impossible, far across the frozen Arctic Sea, where silence swallows sound and time itself seems to slow, a massive white shadow moves without a sound. No rush, no hesitation. Every step is deliberate, like it belongs to the ice itself. One creature strides with power and grace across the ice, the polar bear. With its massive body, thick white fur, and unmatched survival instincts, it not only endures, but rules the kingdom of ice. The polar bear is the largest land-dwelling carnivore on Earth. Adult males can weigh up to 1,000 kilograms and stand over 3 meters tall when upright. Females are smaller, around 200 to 300 kilograms, and about 2 meters in height. Its white coat does more than camouflage. It insulates the body perfectly. Beneath the fur lies black skin, absorbing sunlight. Into that, a fat layer up to 10 centimeters thick. Nature's armor, offering warmth, buoyancy, and energy reserves. The bear's large feet are covered in fur, with webbing for swimming, and powerful claws for gripping the ice. It can run up to 50 kilometers per hour, swim at 10, and cross over 200 kilometers of water without stopping. Its eyes have a UV filter, like sunglasses. Its sense of smell is so sharp, it can detect seals through thick ice. From kilometers away, polar bears are solitary wanderers. Each roams hundreds of kilometers across the ice in search of food, primarily seals. They favor the seal's high-fat content and often leave the rest uneaten if not starving. Their hunting strategy is patient and precise. They wait silently by breathing holes in the ice. A powerful paw swipe is all it takes. Sometimes, they slide quietly across the surface, approaching without sound. And then there's the nose, the polar bear's greatest weapon. It can sniff out a seal from over a kilometer away, even through 3 feet of solid ice. Out on a drifting iceberg, a seal rests after a morning hunt. Unaware that death is lurking beneath the surface, the polar bear approaches like a ghost, silent, focused, invisible. In winter, females dig snow dens to hibernate and give birth. They fast for months, yet sustain their cubs with nutrient-rich milk. At about 4 months old, the cubs emerge, taking their first uncertain steps into the world. Polar bears migrate with the seasons. No permanent home. They walk or swim across vast distances. Their life is constant motion, rest, and survival, with no natural predators but themselves and us. Female polar bears usually become pregnant in the fall. After months of feeding, they dig maternity dens, sheltered homes in deep snow. In silence, 1 or 2 tiny cubs are born, whined, fragile, weighing less than a kilogram. Despite fasting, the mother produces high-fat milk to nourish her young. When spring melts the snow, mother and cubs step outside. Their first steps on the ice mark the beginning of survival. The mother teaches them to hunt, swim, hide, and survive. They stay with her for about 2.5 years. Then, they begin life on their own. No land animal adapts to cold better than the polar bear, but their home sea ice is disappearing due to climate change. Earlier melts mean less access to seals. They must travel farther, use more energy. Though they can live off fat for 9 months, they need successful spring hunts. Without food, they weaken. Some enter villages, searching for garbage, storms, temperature swings. They all threaten newborns. The Inuit lived with polar bears for generations. They hunted them respectfully, used everything But modern expansion changed everything. Now bears are hunted for fur and oil. Bear fat once greased sled runners. Skins became luxury rugs. Industry, warming, and development all pushed the species toward decline. Today, an estimated 20,000 to 25,000 bears remain. They are listed as vulnerable to extinction. Polar bears don't roar for attention. They simply exist, a quiet testament to nature's brilliance. Every paw print in the snow is a reminder, a sign of beauty, balance, and warning. If the ice disappears, so do the bears, so does the Arctic. To protect them is to protect what's wild and what's sacred. Let us protect the polar bear, not just for its beauty, strength, or uniqueness, but because it signals Earth is changing, and we must not ignore that call. In the vast, ice-covered wilderness of the Arctic, where average temperatures often dip below -30 degrees Celsius, one of nature's most resilient predators roams the tundra. Meet the Arctic wolf, also known as the white wolf, a unique subspecies of the grey wolf, Canis lupus arctos. This creature survives in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. Their territory includes the Queen Elizabeth Islands, Alaska, and Greenland. Arctic wolves are built to endure. With shorter legs, smaller ears, thick fur, and compact features, they retain body heat efficiently. They can survive for months with minimal food, hunting Arctic hares and musk oxen. They also feed on birds, rodents, and caribou when necessary. This video shares some incredible facts about Arctic wolves, facts you may have never heard. Arctic wolves communicate through sound and body language. They howl, growl, yip, and bark. Each sound has meaning. Barking is a warning, growling signals dominance, howling calls out to others or defends territory. Wolves rarely vocalize at night, so if you hear them howling after dark, it's likely for a special reason. A mother may bark to warn her pups. A defensive howl may summon the pack or keep intruders away. Facial expressions and tail positions also communicate emotions and hierarchy. Tail tucked and ears back shows submission. Tail erect and ears forward means authority. Bared teeth and wrinkled snouts send clear warnings. Arctic wolves also endure darkness. For up to 5 months a year, they live in near complete blackness. They hunt under the stars and moon, using powerful noses to detect prey from miles away. These wolves are highly social. They live in packs of 5 to 7, sometimes up to 20. Each member has a role and place in the hierarchy. Scent marking defines their territory. Though they can reach speeds up to 46 miles per hour, they rely more on stamina than sprinting. Interestingly, Arctic wolves show little fear of humans, sometimes approaching with curiosity in remote areas. They're also monogamous. The dominant male and female mate for life. Breeding season runs from March to April. Pups are born in spring, usually 2 or 3 per litter. All pack members share responsibility for raising the young. At 3 months, pups start learning how to play and hunt. By 6 months, they've picked up crucial survival skills. Females reach sexual maturity at 2 years and males at 1. Arctic wolves have keen senses, especially hearing. Their triangular ears rotate independently, detecting sound from 6 to 10 miles away. They can hear frequencies up to 80 kilo. Newborns, however, are born deaf and blind, fully reliant on their mothers. Though they aren't hunted frequently, climate change is their biggest threat. As warming disrupts prey populations, like Arctic hares and muskoxen, food sources dwindle. Industrial expansion is also a danger. Pipelines, roads, and mines are cutting into their habitat. Now here's something remarkable. There's a type of wolf that eats only seafood. Meet the sea wolf, a coastal variation of the grey wolf. These wolves get up to 90% of their diet from the ocean, including salmon and shellfish. Sea wolves are elite swimmers. They've been recorded swimming 12 kilometers non-stop between islands. They are one of the most resilient and adaptable animals on Earth. Once endangered and now protected, their population has made a slow recovery in the wild. Researchers, governments, and conservationists continue to study them. Found along the Pacific coastline of British Columbia, this rare group of wolves is genetically distinct from inland wolves. Smaller in size but powerful in endurance, these wolves live in narrow coastal regions, including rainforest-covered areas like the Great Bear Rainforest and Vancouver Island. They're divided into 2 groups, island sea wolves and mainland coastal wolves. Island sea wolves rely heavily on the sea for food and have genetic differences from their mainland cousins, as confirmed by a 2014 BMC ecology study. They're smaller than inland wolves, about the size of a German shepherd. Mainland wolves tend to be 20% larger. Despite their remote habitat, sea wolves fascinate scientists and wildlife enthusiasts. Besides British Columbia and Vancouver Island, they're also found in Alaska's Alexander Archipelago. But what do you think about these amazing wolves? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey, like, share, and subscribe to @MoviesAnimal for more incredible wildlife adventures. Join us as we continue to explore the untamed beauty of nature.